What's going on, Niner Nation? Panning for Gold is back once again this week, and so is the color coordination. As you see, my highlighter matches my sweet blazer. A giant shout out to all the students who are returning to campus after spring break. Hope everybody has returned safely. Kind of marks the final home stretch of the year. I guess 7 or so more weeks until school is out for the summer. Settle in. Another 15 minutes of Panning for Gold greatness is ready to come at you, and it starts right now. About to cue up that beautiful beat bumper, but first a little tease of what to expect on the beat this week, where we talk iPhone and Android app. The track team is in action at home this week. We catch up with head coach Bob Olson. Also talk with the baseball team. The Diamond Niners host a key weekend series against Dallas Baptist. All of that and much, much more. The beat starts right now. We start headlines this week with another note about the official Charlotte 49ers iPhone and Android app. It is now available. I told you last week it would be a couple weeks, but it launched last week on the Android marketplace as well as iTunes. Simply open up either one of those and search Charlotte 49ers. The app will be right there, free to download. You can get news, scores, rosters, schedules, photos, and of course on-demand video content for those premium subscribers, which I would certainly urge you to do so you can watch the show on your iPhone or mobile device. That'd be pretty sweet. But certainly excited about that addition, the Android and iPhone app. The track and field team, the squads hit the field this weekend at home. They're not at home very often, but it's the inaugural 49er Classic this weekend down at the Irwin Belk Track and Field Center. A full list of events can be found online at charlotte49ers.com, but our PFG intern Brendan Ferguson caught up with head coach Bob Olson to talk about the exciting weekend of events. Take it away, Brendan.
Hello everybody, it's Brendan Ferguson with Charlotte49ers.tv. I'm here at the Irwin Belk Track and Field Center as the 49ers get ready to host the first outdoor event of the season, which is the Charlotte 49ers Classic. It starts Thursday night. I got a chance to talk to head coach Bob Olson and a couple of the athletes as they talk about being their first meet here at home this season and the first outdoor meet, as well as what they can expect on the weekend.
Since I've been here, we've always had this meet as our first kickoff to the outdoor, and it is really nice to have the home meet be the first outdoor meet. Everybody kind of gets up for it and really kind of sets the bar high right at the beginning of the season to build upon as we go on out into the rest of the season.
Be at home? I love it. For me personally, my family, they don't get to see me run as much because we travel a lot. So being here, it's a good thing. So my family can see me run.
It's very relaxing, especially come competition time. You don't have to stress yourself out because you know you're at your home place. You practice in the facility all year round, so it's very familiar and you know what you got to do to get the job done.
So this is probably one of the biggest 49er Classics we've ever hosted. So competition level here is always some of the best in the nation. I mean, most of the teams that come to this meet actually make it on to regionals, and some make it to nationals. So it should definitely be a competitive meet.
I mean, anytime you have a meet of this size, we have 40 schools, probably 1,200 athletes competing over 3 days. You're going to have competition with that many teams. You know, in track and field, every team's got at least a core of really proficient athletes, and so when you put this many teams into one meet, you know, you wind up collecting together all those little really good core groups, and then we've got some large teams that are just good across the board, and so it'll make for really great competition in about every event you see.
The thing with so many schools is making sure, because there's going to be a lot of people in your event, is knowing when to show up. That way you're not out in the sun getting drained all day, because when that sun beats down on you, it makes you really tired really fast.
You know, we talked about transitioning to outdoors, so now as we go to the outdoor season, you know, we're excited to see how we can adjust from indoor, so to speak. And on the women's side, we think we're even stronger. We returned All-American Amanda Getchis for the outdoor season on the women's side. So we think we'll be a real strong outdoor team also on the women. The men's going to be kind of like indoors. It's going to be a battle. We had some events outdoors like the discus and the javelin, the 400 hurdles. Those are good events for us, but they're also good for Rhode Island and some of the other teams in the conference. So it'll continue to be a fight outdoors on the men's side.
Heptathlon and decathlon start things off on Thursday night. On Friday, the sprints, hurdles, and field events begin, culminating with the finals for those events on Saturday.
Props to Brendan for that report, and certainly excited about the track teams this weekend, but also excited about the Charlotte 49er baseball team. The Diamond Niners are in action when they welcome in Dallas Baptist, a team well known throughout the community of college baseball. The Patriots perennially make the NCAA tournament, including last year's run to a super regional, so a big series. And when I mean big, my hands can't show you how big of a series this is down at the Hayes for the Charlotte 49ers. Kickoff on Thursday, first pitch on Thursday night. For more on the series, we head down to the Hayes to talk with Coach Hibbs and company. Here's the story.
They won a regional last year. They got beat by Cal at Cal in the Super Regional. And it's not only Dallas Baptist and their program. You know, Missouri came in last year, and it was great for us to return to Missouri and play in that environment. It was good for us to go play at Dallas Baptist last year because we were on a really good roll, and we went in there the last game or the last weekend of the regular season, and we were told on the front end that they don't lose at home. That's pretty accurate. You know, they beat us in two really good games, I think, the first 2 days, and then we ended up beating them the last game.
That was actually my second weekend series back from being hurt, so it was a good environment to play in out there. They're a great team. They're an upper echelon team, and we like to play against teams like that.
They're really aggressive in the box. They've always got starting pitching that's used to pitching in a tough environment because they play at a park where the wind blows out all the time. It's a very short field that they play in, so they're used to pitching in that environment. And they're just really, really, really good team. Very aggressive. They attack fastball in the box offensively. They've always got good arms on the back end of their bullpen. They play a great schedule. They play Baylor. They play Texas. They play Oklahoma. They beat Oklahoma last night. I mean, so they're used to playing really good competition, and they're very well coached. So it's going to be a significant challenge for us.
Yeah, it's going to be two teams that can pitch, two teams that can hit, and they can run the bases just like we do. So it's going to be a pretty even matchup.
It was a great situation for us to go to Missouri last weekend and get them to play home and home. It's going to be a great situation again to play Dallas Baptist, and should make our program better. No matter what the results are on the field, it should make us a better program, and that's the goal.
I'm excited about that weekend series down at the Hayes. We roll along to Friend of 49er. It's back this week. Our guest was men's tennis senior Anthony Davison, a native of England, and grateful he was able to take some time out of his busy schedule to answer your tweets, your questions. Without any further ado, take it away, Mr. Davison.
What's up, Niner Nation? This is Anthony Davison, senior captain of the men's tennis team, and I'm taking some time out of my extremely busy schedule to answer some questions that you fans might have. Lindsay asks, you're from England, ever been to Wimbledon? It's on my bucket list. In fact, I played at Wimbledon when I was 14 years old, played in a tournament for English people, got to the last 16 and then lost in a match where I should have won to a good friend of mine. And I also worked at Wimbledon in summer 2010 doing statistics for IBM. But I've been there 5-6 times to watch matches, seen Federer play, seen Sampras play. So yeah, I've been to Wimbledon quite a lot, and it's a really, really nice place. Bravo J asks, you have played for former head coach Jim Boykin and now his son, current head coach Billy Boykin. Are they similar, different? What has that been like? Well, it was kind of strange for me because I first came out here under Jim Boykin. He's a really, really great guy, really lively, energetic. But the thing about him is he's more into tactics and telling you advice on the court about certain things that you're doing wrong, tactics about the guys you're playing. Whereas Billy, he's more of a motivator. He's just trying to get you going, trying to get you pumped up, rather than talking tactics so much. That's a difference between the two. Similarity is that they both can talk and talk and talk and talk and talk for hours. Big mark emails. Can't help but notice you have teammates from 6 different countries on the roster, and how has that been? It's been great. I love meeting people from different countries. My roommate, one of my best friends from Poland, I've got a friend from El Salvador. I lived there with a French guy for a couple of years who left last year, but just meeting people from different places is really good. We're a really good bunch. I love meeting new people, like I said, and I'll have places to visit in the future and some free accommodation all over the world, which will be nice. Anonymous asks, how did you become such a huge Manchester United supporter, and why the hate towards Manchester City? Well, I could talk about this for a long time. Manchester United, my family, all my family is Manchester United supporters. Dad is from Manchester originally, he's a big Man United fan, and I've been to Old Trafford many times. Been a fan since I can remember. Why do I hate City? Because it's so frustrating that they've just suddenly got all this money and buying everyone in the world have got billions to spend, and now they think that the big boys around the Premiership just because they've splashed a bit of money around, whereas United have built it up for years and years and years. Thanks Niner Nation, I'm signing off now, but make sure you come out to some matches, come and cheer for me. You don't have to support the other guys on the team, just watch my match and cheer for me. Take care.
Awesome, as always. Friend of 49er always delivers, and it's going to be back next week when our special guest will be senior baseball player Shane Brown. You know what to do if you got a question for Brownie. Tweet us at PaintingForGold3, and you might just get on the show. That's going to do it for The Beat this week. We move along to our PFG weatherman Garrett Bedenbaugh for our weekend weather update. Garrett is out in the elements once again this week to deliver his weekend weather update on location. Garrett, nice to see you again, my friend. How are you doing this wonderful afternoon?
Well, we're doing great out here. We're outside live on location once again, ready for another exciting week of 49ers athletics.
Well, baseball is at home this weekend. Track and field is also at home. Tennis is home as well. So a lot of events going on. What is our weekend weather outlook looking like? What does Mother Nature have in store for us this weekend?
Well, unfortunately, AJ, we do have some storms maybe to talk about for Friday. Let's take those weather graphics live right now. Friday, we do have a 30% chance of showers, maybe a pop-up thunderstorm in the afternoon with high temperatures reaching the upper 70s. So it's going to be quite warm as we've experienced all week here in the Charlotte metro area. For Friday, we have baseball going on and track as well for Friday and Saturday. Well, on Saturday, we'll see a 30% chance of those pop-up thunderstorms once again with a chance of showers as well and partly sunny conditions. So not the whole day will be ruined, but it will maybe have a little impact for later in the day as we reach those highs in the upper 70s for Saturday as well. Sunday, partly sunny. We dry out a little bit with highs again in the upper 70s. So a great weekend temperature-wise. But we do have to have the umbrella handy here in the Charlotte metro region around the UNC Charlotte campus. So have a great weekend out here. And don't forget to bring that umbrella and the sunscreen. You'll need them both. Now back to you, AJ.
Enjoy soaking up that sunshine this weekend, and a big thank you to Bedenbaugh once again with a spot-on weather forecast, and of course for leaving me with Brentern all by ourselves here in the studio. Speaking of Brentern, I am taking a week off next week from my hosting duties, and Brendan Ferguson will be in to host the show. This is the first time ever that Panting for Gold will have an alternate host, so we're breaking history, making history next weekend, and I'll know he'll do a phenomenal job. Looking forward to that. And a quick note, women's basketball team has made the WNIT. They will host Wake Forest Thursday night at 7 o'clock inside Halton Arena. First 300 students will get in free of charge, so be here early to make sure you can get in for free. Ticket information is available on charlotte49ers.com, but the 49ers women's basketball team has made the postseason once again, and they will host Wake Forest Thursday night in the opening round of the WNIT. That's going to do it for the show this week. Be sure to follow us on Twitter at PantingForGold3. We are out.